Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more RimWorld, where last time we were hanging on. And you may see one indicator up here from this. This is not any special mods or UI. I have gotten some great mod suggestions from viewers so far, and feel free to keep those coming. But you may notice that while I do have lots of medicine, I do have some textiles, and I have plenty of other things here. What I don't have is food. I have meat, I have tons of vegetables, I have a few eggs. But right now, what I really, like I said, it's just interesting. All I have is just all of these stocks right here, and this only counts what's in the stockpile right now. So there's a bunch of harvested stuff as well that is coming. Like we just had a really good, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, medicinal harvest. But like I said, we're hanging on from last time as before. We do want to try and keep some of this area warm, like this poor space heater is trying to work hard to make that happen. We are getting a crematorium in place because this is taking way too long. We do have brewing research that's kind of on hold, although maybe for some of the things that's coming, when I say coming, I mean I'm sure there's other threats. I may want to research IEDs instead, but we'll get there. Let's go ahead and hit unpause because we have everybody kind of running around. It's going to be important for us just to see. We have Andy right now, who's our miner. He's also going to be our researcher eventually. We have Vector, who is our warden and harvester. His growing skill is slowly increasing, very slowly. He doesn't have any passion for it. He's just doing it because he has to. Phoebe is cooking, and you'll notice Phoebe is cooking a lavish meal. Her cooking skill has gone up quite a bit. She has a high burning passion for it. So Phoebe Daffo is going to possibly save the colony here. Everyone is going to need meals here in just a minute. Unfortunately, there's a lot of blood and guts to still clean up. And we're going to have to get some people to clean here before too long. Allah's coming back to build an improvised steel turret because we still need some of these defenses, and we'll talk about what I want to do with defenses. And then we have William, who is just our designated hauler right now. And William can clean. And I may move him to clean here in just a minute, but we do need a designated hauler for sure. Now, in terms of actual like construction and everything, right now I don't have a ton of materials. I have a little bit of wood, but I kind of want to build a secondary stockpile over here. But even before then, I think what's going to be more important, because I do want to eventually have some more growing fields. I'm pretty happy with my field situation at this point. What I really need, though, is some other form of defense. So maybe wooden walls may not be the best for that. We could go with granite blocks. We could go with marble. I may just go with marble. All I'm trying to do here, if we look at the health of these things, hit points 420, no joke there. Granite 595, limestone 540. How much limestone do we have? Because this is a tiny project. Let's do a limestone wall right here. And all I'm doing is just anytime we get invaded, I want to have a place where if people try and come in, they have to get funneled this way. So they can't just fire on us from here. And usually that's not a problem. But this is just going to create a little bit of an area here. In fact, what I might do, just so we can have some fallback points, is something like this. So if we go ahead and add another piece of furniture, or it's not that, it's a structure. No, it's not. I forget exactly what it's called. We have all kinds of things we can work on, and I don't think, have I actually... Okay, the machining table is in progress. All I want to do is to get some sandbags. So if we put... Well, you know what? Let's actually cancel these, because we have two turrets building right here. We put some sandbags over here. What's that space occupied by? Oh, slag, steel chunk, and a power switch. Oh, let's haul these. So this machining table, it's just sitting there, but you can see Phoebe is doing her best to cook as many meals as possible. Lavish meals do actually take some time to cook, so I may actually move her to cooking fine and simple meals first, just to make sure the colony's being fed. We're going to speed this up now. That's kind of our input of where we're at right here. Torgo's okay. I'm going to probably get Will to start cleaning here in just a minute. He wants to play chess with himself, though. So Andy, once Andy's done mining, he can research for just a little bit or just read, and everyone goes to bed. So playing chess. Right now we have... Things are okay. She's playing pool. Now, Ala, real quick, she is a hunter without a weapon, but she does have a personalized shield. I don't know why everyone wants to pick up the personalized shield. I guess they just feel safe. She is actually one of our best gunners. So she needs a good gun. And I know I have a few available. There's a survival rifle. It's like all of my gear, all of my equipment is weaponry. I mean, when she passed out, I guess we'll just equip her with this survival rifle. Try and get that. So William's going to go to sleep in here. Phoebe in there, and back to sleep. So Ala, do you have actual disturbed sleep for me? Joy deprived. Cramped environment. Ugly environment. Slept in the cold. It's cold in here still? 45 degrees. So I guess everyone does need their own personal space heater. I was kind of hoping that wasn't the case. Alright. That's why I tried to put the vents in, guys. Make it work. That's why you have blankies. Alright, how warm is it in here? 69. Well, hopefully we can get these built pretty soon. Notice once again that we have... Okay, so we have one turn up. That's great. And Phoebe is just going to be cooking right away. Torgo is going to be a pain in the ass to recruit. And where's Will? Will does not have any animals to handle right now. So he's hauling. And I have him set to 1 as a cleaner. So once he's done hauling, maybe he'll clean. So Beggar's Desert, they're here. Hi, guys. That's a lot of people. We're one hopping planet. Look at all these things that are dead. You'll notice these things died because of toxic buildup. So when you're wondering where are all the animals on our map right now, there's a bunch of corpses just everywhere. It's a really big scroll corpse. Alright, so that's steel that's actually available just on the map. So right now we don't have a lot to hunt, which is a very good reason to have this interior biodome. And we do have some meals. She's cooking meals. I feel like I should almost have a second person cooking until I can get a food stockpile back up. Because right now she's not quite staying ahead. And everyone just running around here is like, hey, why are all these dead animals just running around? I don't know. They just are. Alright, this wind turbine is blocked. This wind turbine is not producing anything. So this may be worth deconstructing. Possibly rebuilding over here. There's Vector. What's Vector doing? Vector for fun. Visiting a grave. Alright, and we just had cargo pods fly by. You may have seen that briefly streak over here. And what do we got today? Alpaca hide. Apparently Cassandra wants to give us all the hide in the world. I really want to finish this machining table, though. So hauling steel for heater. That's pretty important, too. Alright, and failing to recruit. We're just going to keep trying. I think that's going to be worthwhile. And eventually, you know, we do have a lot of veggies and everything in here. Eventually, William's going to get around to cleaning, and oh good, we have an eclipse. One of the moons in this planet is orbiting in front of the sun. An eclipse has begun, and the eclipse could possibly last all day. One of the nice things, though, is that because we have multiple geothermals here, you'll see that our power stored is going down ever so slowly. But we can fix that real quick. We do not need all of these on right now. We want some of them on, but we definitely do not need all of them on. And there is... I could be building better switch systems for this. But I'm not right now. So is anybody... Phoebe is the one that's flicking all these off. Okay. So we do have our first limestone wall being built. And we do have maybe a machining table. No, she's gonna... She actually has the steel for this, but everyone wants to sleep. Alright, so... Andy actually getting some good research in. That's pretty exciting. Well, I did set him to prioritize research. which means we don't have a lot of mining going on. So, but I mean, the research is very important too, because if we don't keep up with the tech growth, things could get really bad. If only you weren't a 1 in... Okay, what I could do, potentially, is set this to a 1. Because we want this to go. Andy's is a good researcher, and he actually has a passion for it. In theory, he does. So that should all be good. I kind of want Ala to prioritize building this, but we don't quite have the materials for it, do we? Alright. Now we have a lot of stuff laying around. And I gotta remind myself, it's not that late, it's just middle of the day. So Vector coming in to build. This is where the priority system is so nice, and we should not be losing that much power from having all these things cut off. I mean, we have 2 geothermal plants. The biggest power suckers are these things. And with both geothermals in place, this is connected, right? Don't tell me I've gone so many episodes without connecting these. There we go. I don't have a lot of redundant power, which is one reason I kind of want to build out here a little bit. But notice we have this extra set of batteries too. So visitors as well. More people from Beggar's Desert. We're just super popular today. So Torgo still going over here. Eclipse ending in the middle of the night, so nobody knows. But if you weren't prepared for like having multiple geothermals, that would have completely killed this harvest, because it is too cold. And if they lose sun lamp and they lose power, all of this just dies. And it's 26 degrees outside because it is January. And look, gentle snow. Not radioactive snow, just gentle snow. Alright, so Andy's about to finish researching his hops. Now, I can actually get rid of the roof on there for like the spring months if I want to, but let's see. We could do colored lights. We could be nutrient resynthesis, electric smelting, useful metal from slag chunks and other items, mortals. These are all pretty important things, but I think I'm gonna go for electric smelting. Because it looks like we have what's Andy doing? Andy's actually hauling steel. Interesting. Alright, so Torgo, how are you doing? You have a 93% convinced by the warden. We're just gonna see how this goes. William, I want you to start. We've got enough other stuff hauled. We need you to start cleaning. Wow, our stockpile, we actually are not able to cook through everything that we're growing. That's so awesome. Efficiency is good. You actually fell asleep at the table. Alright, now I could do the little thing of just disabling exits again. This room's pretty clean. Let's actually check our rooms real quick. So not very pretty. A little dirty. That one's hideous, cramped, repulsive, but it's just a foyer. Dull. I remember when I had asked, oh my god, hideous, very dirty. So we need to work on that a little bit. And we do actually have a little beauty display here as well. So we can see where all of our problem areas are. Like, look, all that blood, all these rocks. That puke is a minus 55. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 151 because it's a dead body. See, just useful. How much is this power plant worth? Nothing. Well, it's a minus 40. And these graves aren't even anything. Okay, so it looks like we are actually working on constructing the crematorium, which we should have all the granite blocks we need right here. Should. So gentle snow, visitors are leaving. It's still really dark in these rooms, so maybe I should build a few lights. And maybe I should go ahead and get this power situation figured out here. Like, I do want these to be connected to a switch. I do want these to be connected. See, the thing is, they're so close, they're going to be on the grid anyway. So I guess we just cancel. I mean, the ideal thing to do is you have some kind of entrance way that you block everything off. So Andy's going to be idle. Phoebe has a more important job, which is cooking. So we'll catch Vector here. Vector can clean, right? Oh, that's right. Vector can't clean. He's a little bleep. Alright. So Allah's cleaning while Andy's just sitting there saying, I'm bunking off. This is fun. Let's hang out, Allah. Will's cleaning this room. He's idle now. He's also hungry. He's like, come on, guys. And I guess he's just going to eat raw food off the ground or something today? No. We got more meals. That's the thing, is that lavish meals take a while to cook. So those are more of a, what do you know, a luxury. Let's see, our battery stores are, well, they were going up. I feel like once we get the machining table over here, maybe we can get some other interesting orders in place. Like what? Disassemble mechanoid. Do forever. And a mad animal. The one animal that is on our map right now is a squirrel. It is 2 years old, and it is going to smack somebody in the face. This squirrel is dead. Poor squirrel. Alright, Alice just playing horseshoes. William with the muffalo. I want you to haul this squirrel real quick, though, because meat! We can make squirrel. Vector actually working really hard to build the crematorium, which is going to be pretty important later on. But this rice is just growing so fast. That's awesome. So hard snow now. Once again, not nuclear snow, just regular snow. So we have a few things around here. Maybe I should start whoa. Well, what do you know? That is a lot of people. And look at all these corpses right here. Dead ewes everywhere. We have a raid from Rocket Pack. And they're just going to be coming right for us. Triple rocket launcher. Silver mace. Molotov cocktails, which is going to be awesome on a wooden wall. Plasteel knife. The important thing is that it's snowing. And they're coming right for us right now. So we're going to have to see if our defenses can hold. Fortunately, they decide to wait for the morning hours. So Andy's going to be able to eat. Let's see which side they're coming in on. Okay, William, we need to draft everybody here. Everybody. And let's get you all probably over here. Is this everyone? That's the one thing. That Allah has a tendency to slip. And this is where there are mods that make it easier to select people. So the question is, do I end the episode here or do we keep going? I think we keep going. If it makes it run a little long, it makes it run a little long. But oh good, we got an autosave just in time too. So here comes everybody. William with the charge rifle. I don't know if William's the best person for the charge rifle. He has a shooting of 3. So it could be worse. Kimmy. Moving. Using a wooden wall. Let's go ahead and see. We do have some turrets. They're hanging out just outside the range of the turrets. So let's hear. Andy still has his BFG. So we'll put him over here. Allah's doing alright right here. Vector's still with the survival rifle. Probably fire over here. Phoebe now with a shotgun. We'll drop William over here. And who do we want to fire on? Okay, Molotov cocktail scary. Plasteel knife is pretty scary. Triple rocket launcher is pretty scary. So they're all out of range. Really? They're coming up this way? Oh my god. We did not actually turn the damn turrets back on. Alright. So why we need power switches. Okay. So, critical alert, fire up here. Alright. Andy, what are you doing? Nope. No, no, no. That's why we draft. Look at this. So we gotta actually slow this down a little bit because now our crops are a little bit on fire. And it's clear weather now. And Spiffy is just gonna be able to go unimpeded. So that was like the misplay to end all misplays right there. So this is why you don't necessarily build your houses out of wood, right? That's why you cut into the mountainside. It'll be really sad if I just throw it because of this, but... Alright, colonist needs treatment, so that would be William. And unfortunately, because he has a personal shield, I don't think this is actually going to do any damage. Nope. Alright, so we have a lot of fire spreading here. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Obviously, we got to take the fight to them. That's like step one. I mean, that's just too much fire damage. We don't have any melee to speak of. So everything's just going to be on fire. Alright, so that exploded. Vector, go hide behind this tree. Okay, so we have things actually exploding. There's one down. Oh, what I wouldn't give for your Molotov cocktails and all of that. Alright. Okay, who has our bad stuff? He's mining limestone. Alright. Fired Spiffy. Fired Jay. Let's go over here. William, you have the charge rifle, which is actually a really important weapon. Phoebe, go over here. Everybody fire at Meatface. Okay, here's the sad part. So Allah right now is kind of in firing range. Andy could die here. How's his health? Blood loss trivial, pain severe. There you go. Andy got a right foot shot off. Well, fantastic. I'm sure that didn't happen from Meatface. Alright, they're trying to kidnap who they can and leave. Really. Fired Spiffy. Fired Spiffy. Fired Spiffy and Phoebe. Okay, so Spiffy's gonna die. Okay, so Spiffy, how are you doing? Are you useful? You can build. You any better than Torgo? Maybe. Shitty part is that Andy doesn't have a foot anymore. But I think it's probably for the best here if we go ahead and do two things. William, rescue Andy. We do have 2 medical beds available. Then the rest of you guys, this is where it's going to be really tough. So that we need to put out this fire. And since it's an interior fire now, we're going to have to really deal with this hard. So they actually tried to kidnap Andy. And they're passing by. Can we get some rain here? Here's the thing you got to watch out for is beating out a fire. Dementia. We're not getting heat stroke. We're getting a little bit of heat stroke here. Alright, so our crops are on fire. Which is not awesome. But it looks like it's actually under control, so that is great. Critical alert. Poor mood, I wonder. Vector. Why are you in a poor mood? You observed a rotting corpse. Well, that's fantastic. Alright. Let's put out this fire up here. Is this actually part of the home zone? Pretty important check. Now let's get this all up here. So, what did we learn today? Fire! People should be able to put it out. Andy should be able to be there. And who's actually going to be Doctor today? Not William, not Andy. Well, William, what do you have? Guess it's going to be Vector. Let's treat Andy. Andy lost a damn foot. But we're going to call that an episode here. I think that was a pretty exciting... well, we still have things on fire. But considering the terrible misplay, I still managed to survive. Unfortunately, we did not get a lot of the goodies that they had there. In fact, well, we did get a PDW. That's Andy's. We did not get a PDW. But that's okay. We can go ahead and just do this, and Phoebe. I know you want to rest. Spiffy is actually down. Is probably going to die. So, can't save you, buddy. Yeah, that's it for now. This is Asher. Pretty hectic episode, but that's how it goes. We do definitely have some things we need to fix pronto, or the rest of our crops are going to die. So we got to put this up right away. Who can build that? Construction, Vector. Yeah, Phoebe can build it. So we'll have that happen there. But that's it for now. This is Asher. It's fun. It's interesting. It's RimWorld. I thought I'd have something more clever to say, but at least right now, for the time being, I was wondering when that next raid would come, and they just went whoop right around me over here, went over to this area. A little interesting that they didn't mine into this room, which could end up being very bad. And instead, we have wooden walls, but we survived fire, so that's a plus. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.